Welcome to Standard 1 students. I am Shweta Mishra and I am going to teach you science today. But before that I would like to say that please watch this video as many times as you want, and if you are having any problems please do ask your class teachers about it and note it down in your copies as well. And whatever we are teaching in the video you have to do it in your copies as well. So please do this and do your homeworks on time. Attend on the all the online classes that are being held because they are very important for your studies. And in online classes also you need 75% of attendance. So what you should do is you should always attend your online classes. Okay, we are having 4 periods and you should attend all the 4 periods that you are having. Okay, so now let's move on to the chapter that we are going to study today, that is chapter number 10, keeping safe. As you all are knowing that this chapter is very important in our this class test 4, and we are studying this chapter and you have already done a lot of questions from this chapter. So please do read this chapter twice and learn the definitions from this chapter. Okay, so today first of all we are going to study about some of the safety rules that we should follow. We should always be alert and careful so we may prevent getting hurt. We should always be alert and careful so we may prevent getting hurt. Moving on to the next one, let's see, that is, when we touch electric switches, we get an electric shock, so we should not play with it. When we touch electric switches, we may get an electric shock, so we should not play with it. As you all are knowing that whenever we are touching electric switches, plugs or wires, and if there is any cut in the wire, or maybe we are having a wet hand and if we touch those wires and plugs we get an electric shock. So to prevent that, what we should do is we should never touch the electric switches, plugs or wires because we can get an electric shock. So to avoid it, we should never touch them. Moving on to the next one, that is, let's see the next safety rule. In the traffic light, the red light says to stop, the yellow light says to slow or wait, and the green light says to go. Okay, in the traffic light, the red light says to stop, the yellow light says to slow, and the green light says to go. As you all are knowing that these traffic lights are very important and we should follow all the traffic lights and safety rules. Okay, so whenever the light in the traffic light is red, that means the vehicle that you are driving should be stopped. Okay, and then the yellow light, when it is yellow light, that means you should slow down or wait. And when the green light is there, it says we should go. Now the road is clear, we can move on. So in the traffic light, the red light says to stop, the yellow light says to slow, and the green light says to go. Understood? And we should always follow the safety rules. We should never play with sharp pointed objects like scissors, knives, blades, etc. We should never play with sharp objects like scissors, knives, blades, etc. As you all are knowing that these are very dangerous and we don't know how to handle these things. So if we play with these things, what will happen is that we might get an hurt. You can see in the picture as well, the child is hurt, right? Because the child was not knowing how to handle the knife. So we should always avoid playing with these things because they are very dangerous for us, and we should never play with these things. Okay, so moving on to the next one, that is, we should never jump on desk and chairs as we can fall and hurt ourselves. We should never jump on desk and chairs as we can fall and hurt ourselves. As you all are knowing that when we are jumping on desk and chairs, what can happen is that it's not necessary that we will land on the middle of the chair or bench. It can happen that we will land on the corner of the chair and bench, and that will hurt us. We will lose our balance and we will fall down. So to avoid that, what we should do is we should never jump on desk and chairs. Understood? Now students, we are going to do our today's work, that is fill in the blanks. You all are going to learn this chapter, and with that you are going to learn and write these fill in the blanks in your copy. So let's start with the questions. First one is, we should never run on dash. So where we should not run? We should never run on road. R-O-A-D, road. We should never run on road, as road is not a safer place to play on, and when we are running on the road there are vehicles running there, right? So we should never play on road because it is very dangerous and we might get an accident. So moving on to the next question, that is, while swimming always use a swimming tube. SWIMMING, swimming, TUBE, tube. Okay, while swimming always use a swimming tube, because you all are not knowing how to swim properly, you all are beginners, so you should always use a swimming tube that prevents us from drowning. So while swimming always use a swimming tube. SWIMMING, swimming, TUBE, tube. Okay, now moving on to the next question, let's see what it is. It is, when we dash animals, they bite us. So what do we do? Tease. Okay, TEASE. Tease. When we tease animals, they bite us. You all are knowing that animals also get irritated, right? So if we are teasing them, if we are pulling their tail or throwing stones at them, so they may get angry, and what can happen is that they will bite us. So we should never tease animals, as they can bite us. When we tease animals, they bite us. So never tease any animal, not on road, not in your house, nowhere. It is a very bad habit to do. Okay, now next point, let's see, that is, we should always play in a safe place, like you can write here park also and playground also, but I'm writing here playground, PLAYGROUND, playground. Okay, we should always play in a safe place like playground. We should always play in a safe place like playground, because we all are knowing there are no vehicles coming in the playground, right? So that is a safer place. We will not have any accidents there. So we should always play in the playground. Now moving on to the next one, let's see. Next question is, always cross the road at the dash. So where we should cross the road? At zebra crossing, right? So ZEBRA, zebra, CROSSING, crossing. Okay, always cross the road at zebra crossing, because zebra crossing is the place meant for people to cross the road. Okay, so always cross the road at zebra crossing. ZEBRA, zebra, CROSSING, crossing. Zebra crossing. Now moving on to the next question, that is, let's see. Jumping on dash may cause injury. So jumping on desk, TESKS, desk may cause injury. You can write chairs also. Okay, jumping on desk may cause injury. Okay, we all know that when we are jumping on desk, we might not land on the middle of it, and we can land on the corners and we will lose our balance. So we should never jump on desk, benches, chairs or beds. Okay, so you can write anything here. Jumping on desk may cause injury. Okay, moving on to the next question, let's see, that is, while crossing the road, we should always hold the hands of dash. So we should always hold the hands of which person? Elders. Okay, DERS, elders. While crossing the road, we should always hold the hands of elders, because they are the one person who are knowing how to cross the road and they will protect us. So we should always cross the road while holding the hands of elders. Okay, moving on to the next one, let's see, that is, never eat any dash without taking the permission of elders. We should not take what? We should not take medicines. Okay, MEDICINES, medicines. Okay, we should not take any medicines without taking the permission of elders, because we are not knowing what the medicine is for, right? And if we eat that medicine, what will happen, that maybe we will have side effects or something else. So we should not, and maybe the health will deteriorate, we will have severe pains or something else can happen. So we should never take any medicine without taking the permission of elders. Okay, and without showing them, we should never take any medicines. So what is the spelling of medicines? Medicines, medicines. Moving on to the next question, let's see, that is, after bathing, we should not leave dash on the floor. What we should not leave on the floor? Soap, as soaps are very slippery. Okay, and if we leave soap on the floor, what will happen, that anyone can put the foot on it and may fall down. The soap will slip and the person will fall down and have a severe injury. Okay, or major accident. So we should never leave soap on the floor. After bathing, we should not leave soap on the floor. Okay. Let's see the next question, that is, playing with dash can cause a fire. So playing with a matchstick. Okay, Matchstick. Playing with a matchstick can cause a fire, because you all are not knowing how to handle the matchstick, right? So what we should do is, we should never play with a matchstick, as that can cause the fire. You can see in the picture also, the child was not able to control the fire and he has burned the curtains, and if there will be no elder, he will burn the whole house. So we should never play with matchsticks, that can cause fire. Playing with matchsticks can cause a fire. Now, next question. We must wait in a dash for a bus. So, in a queue, right? Queue. We must wait in a queue for a bus. When we are waiting in a queue, so no one is pushing anyone and no one is falling down. So we should always wait in a queue for a bus. Okay? To get in or get off a bus. Both the things. We should wait in a queue. And let's see the last question, that is, we should walk on the dash along the road. So it is footpath. Okay, Footpath. Footpath. We should walk on the footpath along the road. We should walk on the footpath along the road. Okay, or you can write pavement also, because that is the placement for people to walk. So these are the 12 questions. So let's see all these questions together. Okay, starting with the first one. While swimming, always use a swimming tube. When we tease animals, they bite us. We should always play in a safe place like playground. Okay, moving on to the next question. Let's see, that is, always cross the road at the zebra crossing. Jumping on desk may cause injury. Okay, so all these questions are fill in the blanks you are going to learn and then write down in your copy. Moving on to the next one, that is, always hold the hands of elders while crossing the road, right? Never eat any medicine without taking the permission of elders. After bathing, we should not leave soap on the floor. Playing with matchstick can cause fire. Let's see the question number 11 and 12, that is, we must wait in a queue for a bus. We should walk on the footpath along the road. Okay, so this is your homework that you have to complete in your science copy. You have to learn and write all these 12 fill in the blanks in your copy. Okay, so now I hope everyone understood this and you all are going to attend all the classes. So thank you everyone and have a great day. Thank you.